Welcome to Unit 2 of MUS 625 Curriculum and Assessment. In this unit, we will further investigate curricular design and assessment tools. Specifically, we'll dive deeply into the backward design process. Let's take a look at our course roadmap. In the introductory unit, we explored the many ways curriculum is defined, and we investigated factors that contribute to designing curricula. In Unit 1, we learned how the revised National Core Arts Standards influence curricular design in music classes and ensembles. We'll take all of that understanding with us into Unit 2. In this unit, we'll investigate the stages of backward design deeply so that we can prepare to apply that process to our own teaching contexts in Unit 3 and book club meetings. As assessment is a large component of backward design, we'll use additional assessment resources to learn to construct valid and reliable tools that can measure evidence of student understanding. As you view and read Unit 2 content, please remember that the National Core Arts Standards are based on a backward design curricular process. As you're viewing and reading Unit 2 content, you may think it's strange that we are focusing heavily on unit design and assessment rather than first looking at the big picture. In other words, why aren't we mapping out an entire year instead of just focusing on a singular unit? Well, I've designed Unit 2 based on advice from authors Grant Wiggins and Jay McTighe, who suggest understanding unit design is broad enough for teachers to get a sense of backward design without overwhelming them. In Unit 3, you will apply understanding of backward design and assessment tools to the bigger picture of longitudinal curricular and assessment design. In Unit 3, you will also address Kim's question of how to move purposefully instead of aimlessly from unit to unit and assessment to assessment. During this course, you may also wonder why we're not specifically addressing questions of methodology. This course focuses primarily on broad music and general education curricular trends. However, in your contemporary issues course, you will address, question, discuss, and refine questions specific to instrumental, vocal, and general music teaching methodologies. However, since it's impossible not to think about what and how you teach during this course, especially in Stage 3 of backward design, I encourage you to discuss methodological questions in book club meetings and in the discussion forums. I am also happy to provide additional resources specific to methodology at your request, but just know that a more critical examination of methodologies is coming during your degree. Let's look at Unit 2 content. You'll begin by viewing explanations of backward design from its creators, Grant Wiggins and Jay McTighe. Next, you'll read a substantial amount of the required e-text, Understanding by Design, and supporting resources. Next, to better understand assessment, you'll dive deeply into exploring what assessment is and how it applies to music contexts, and what it takes to create valid and reliable assessments, and why you should care. As you view, read, and work with content, I encourage you to keep these questions in mind. How might the backward design process help you improve your instruction? What is challenging about using the backward design process? And how might you overcome those challenges? What is challenging about creating valid and reliable assessments? What steps might you take to infuse ideas from a concise guide to assessing skill and knowledge and other assessment resources from Unit 2 into your daily curriculum planning and assessment? And last, how does your content from Unit 2 align with the National Core Arts Standards that you learned about in Unit 1? I look forward to viewing your blogs and seeing you online.